What's up, guys? Devin with Venture Hobby Passion back today doing a different kind of video. We're actually doing one of my first how-to videos since I started up Adventure Hobby Passion. So today's video is going to be how to fit a big winch on a Toyota Tacoma. First, you got to get a bumper or a hidden hitch mount. I will put a link in the description below to the baddest one of the bad to the bone. Baddest one on the market. Yeah, check them out if you don't want to get a different bumper. I got a different bumper, so that's what this video will be on. But let me show you what I'm trimming. So here's the grill, obviously, and then I will show you how to get the measurements and how I got the measurements for it. But I'm taking my Dremel tool and cutting out right here, and then I will be reinforcing in here to mostly just this corner and this corner over here on this side, just because that's where it's going to be really thin on those sides. I'm going to somewhat try to round it because I don't think it's going to need to be exactly that corner, but see what I could do with the Dremel. And then I needed to get it cut. I'm hoping to get away with not having to cut this piece at all and cutting it just right there. We'll have to do a bunch of test fits, but it's easier to cut more material than add material in this case, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll come back to you when I get a little bit more material cut. Alright, so as you can tell, here's the bumper. We had to unbolt it, and we're actually just tilting it forward. It's sitting on the jack, because this bumper's heavy. 65 pounds plus whatever the winch weighs. I don't even know how much that weighs.
Like 70 pounds or something like that?
So it doesn't fit right here, so I made a Sharpie mark. This will be actually cut number 2. Don't be afraid to test fit it. The more test fits you do, the slimmer you can get and closer you can get to your winch. I really just don't want to touch my Toyota grill. I don't really care too much about this. I think it's pretty sick to see the control box. It's not like you're going to see that much. I'm going to try to do some reinforcements to the grill after, but this grill's also cracked here and a bunch of the places. But this grill's the original one from '97. I actually have another grill, but I'm trying to get this one done first and get some stuff painted up and figure out exactly what I want to do with this one. Then I'll go to the brand new one that's really clean. And yeah, so now I got to retake this off, cut it again, and then hopefully that's the right fit. But you know, sometimes you just got to do a lot of test fits if you want tight clearances. Alright, so if you've seen from the last clip, I was telling you, make sure you do lots and lots of cuts on this. Well, I didn't even listen to my own self, so it's actually been, I don't know, 3 months. So this part is touching this just slightly, so I'm going to take the grill. I have to take the whole bumper off. I have to take the bottom skid plate off, then the whole bumper. Then I can take the grill off to change this, but I'm going to do some other stuff while I'm at it. But just for this video, I just got to trim that a little bit more. It would definitely be much easier if I didn't have this control box on the top. You can see that you wouldn't have to cut anything, because this will still have to be here. They'll have to have these wires that'll go up into the engine bay or wherever you relocate this. But that's in front of it, so it would be just fine. Which I might look into doing with my other grill, but just for this video, I'm just trying to get this winch to work, and it's going to be beautiful. So let's get that part. Let's start taking this apart. right, as you can tell from the time lapse, got it all disassembled. So that means, let me show you. There's the bumper. So it's got to be, I'm going to clean it up, clean up all this extra dirt that's on it. From the backside, it's harder to get to. But more importantly, we need to work on this grill, clean it, cut this out a little tiny bit more. I don't know why this bent. Maybe get her some glue right there, but like I said, this is not a permanent grill. We'll be upgrading to the other one because this one's all cracked and broken, but I'm gonna get this one test fitted and perfect and exactly how I want it before I go any further. Alright, as you can tell, got the grill on. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you actually how I did my math. I realized I haven't done that yet. So how I got to figure out how much I needed to cut down and trim. So what I did is actually I removed the grill, didn't have the grill on at all. Went to my bumper, mounted my bumper up because I knew it got the grill that it would all fit, and I routed my wires pretty much exactly how I was gonna route my wires, which I'll show you. I route my wires right behind this core support. It pretty much just, I'm pretty sure this is actually what's bending this up with this wire, but it goes behind this core support, down over, and then through this hole. I'm actually gonna try to get me some hose, old hose, put it around that just in case. And then from there, you're actually gonna measure right off of this mount right here, and then do your math. Okay, how far away is the winch from where this mounts? And typically this mounts like flush, but it's gonna push back a little bit. Oh, I'm not even showing you. It's gonna push back a little bit, but yeah, not a huge worry. But just measure from here, and this is right here is your center point. So this part is a little off, but here's your center point, and then you can measure side to side. You might even want to do is before you take your grill off, is take a Sharpie mark and mark it right behind it. I didn't do that on mine, but that's your center mark. Or you can do the thing, okay, this is this far, and do your math for how far you need to go this way and how far you need to go this way. But honestly, you stand back and look at it. Even if I put the OEM grill on this, I'm really cutting almost nothing out. But also, if you did the hidden hitch mount like amped up cells, you wouldn't have to do any of this because it's actually going to be putting your winch down here. It's ingenious, super smart. Then you get the OEM, keep the OEM bumper, because I do love the look of the OEM bumper, and it really makes me tempted to go buy a second Tacoma to have that system on it just because it's so clean. Shout out to Amped Up. He also does lots of other projects for you, weld up bumpers, kits. So if you want to do that, go check them out. All right, well, that's going to conclude this video of fitting a big winch. I'll show you how it fits. Tighter on that side, and that's the side that I didn't get tight, than I am on this side. Could have done more fitting to get it tighter, but yeah, it's no big deal, because I could have got it tighter up front here, which would have been better anyways. Get the bumper to fit better in general, but it's no big deal. It fits good enough, and we might have to switch out the winch. I might play around with relocating that controller box. Who knows? But hopefully you enjoyed this video of getting this big winch on, how to fit it, how to cut the grill, how you do get your measurements and stuff like that. So yeah, biggest thing on my channel, go out and go find your passion.